this is Munson with Munson Music, and we're going to talk about how you can play a song called Wasted Love. And we end up capoing this on 4th fret to kind of match the recording walk through a couple things in root position. And we start off with our main verse chorus on an E minor chord. And normally you do that first finger on the A second, second finger on the D second, and if you strum all those together, the sad sounds of E minor. Now, you may also dig on adding in third finger on the B third, pinky on the high third, kind of working that from E minor 7. And then from the E minor, we'd be going to a D major chord. And normally you do this first finger on the G second, second finger on the high E second, third finger on the B third fret. And if you strum the D string to the high E string, the happy sounds of D major. Now while you're on Ds in general though, you may want to think about lifting the second finger, making that a D sus2, or adding in the pinky on the high E third for D suspended and kind of saying some stuff around the D. And there's this cool place actually in the tune where you'll kind of hear a F sharp in the bass around the D chord, which you could do with the thumb on the low E string second fret. It's called D/F sharp, or a D with an F sharp in the bass. Or you may even dig on a D sus/F sharp, doing the first finger on the low E second, second finger on the G second, third finger on the B third, pinky on the high E third, which may have a cool option for that. And then from the D major, then we'll be going to a C major chord. And normally you do that first finger on the B first fret, second finger on the D second, third finger on the A third. And if you strum the A string to the high E string, the happy sounds of C major. Now around C's in general, you may dig on lifting the first finger, making that a C major 7, or you can add in the pinky on the B third for C major 9 and kind of say some stuff around the C. Or another way to play C major 9, you're doing first finger on the D second, second finger on the A third, third finger on the B third, pinky on the high E third. Kind of working that for the C. And then from the C, we'll be going to a G major chord. And normally do that first finger on the A second, second finger on the low E third, third finger on the high E third. If you strum all those together, the happy sounds of G major. Now you may also dig on putting the third finger on the B third, pinky on the high E third. And that may make that a little bit easier, especially if you're thinking about getting that G to the D/F sharp and needing to change. So we kind of start off on our E minor, and then we go to D, and then we go to our C. And then you may want to go to the G for just kind of a, wow, I'm doing a 6 count on everything actually, kind of E minor 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, D 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, C 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. And if you want to get in that little descending thing that happens on the G, you may want to do the G for 3, and then D/F sharp for 3. That'd be kind of cool. So E minor, D, C, G, D/F sharp, leaves D minor, D, and I'm adding a little right hand reading of that, kind of making that a little sneaky if you kind of dig on that. So you can kind of work it that way. Or you may want to use a strum pattern. Now the timing is really kind of a 6/8 groove, which you could kind of feel as kind of a down, 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 up if you're just starting out. So kind of an E minor down, down, up, D down, down, up, C down, down, up. And if you want to get in that little G, D thing, you could do just a down on the G, down on the D/F sharp. Now randomly, if that seems too quick, that G and D for you, just stay on the G and you'll be fine. So we'd have E minor, down, up, D, down, up, C, down, up, G, D/F sharp, down, up, C, down, up, G, D/F sharp. Now what I was really digging on is a little bit faster groove, but it's a down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, kind of filling in the 6th groove. So you have kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And on that G, D, you may want to work just down, down, up on each one. Kind of more lean into that. So you got E minor, D, C, G, D/F sharp, E minor, D, C, G, D/F sharp. Kind of a cool way to work that too. And like I said, you could just ignore that last D change and just work as the E minor to the D to the C to just stay on the G chord instead of worrying about that bass line. I think that it's really cool to throw that D/F sharp with B to the C, G, D/F sharp. It's very cool to lead back to E minor. And we'll basically be repeating that until we get to our bridge part. And on our bridge, we go to an E flat major. Now one really easy way to do an E flat major is to take your D major shape and just slide it over 1 fret. So you can do first finger on the G 3rd fret, second finger on the high E third, third finger on the B fourth, and kind of strum just the G, B, and E. And that's one way to do it, an E flat major. Another possibility would be doing this as a third fret bar, second finger on the B, fourth fret, third finger on the D on the fifth fret, pinky on the A string, sixth fret. Another way, so it's kind of a C shape, moved up as a bar to third fret. Or you could work this as another bar, doing sixth fret bar, third finger over the D, G, and B on the eighth fret, and kind of work that for your E flat major. And randomly, if you dig on that for the E flat, actually there's this cool resolution from an E flat to a D chord, where you could even take that bar shape and just slide it down, and a fifth fret bar, third finger over the D, G, and B on the 7, and work that for your D major resolution at the very end. So maybe kind of cool. So we tried it that way. You could work any of those strum patterns, but if we just did the down, 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 up, or down, down, up, just to kind of try that, you have the E flat, G, G, E flat, D, D, kind of a big push at the very end. Now the weird part is to play along with the recording though, instead of starting on an E minor chord, they're starting on a G sharp minor chord. So to play along with the recording, what you want to do is take a capo, and if you put the capo on 4th fret, then now your E minor is really a G sharp minor, and your D is really an F sharp major, and your C is really an E major chord, and your G is really a B major chord, and your E flat is really a G chord. But to take from the very beginning, you could work just the down idea, kind of that E minor, D, C, and you can stay on the G chord if you want to. E minor, D, C, or you could work that resolution, G, D slash F sharp, or you can do the down, down, up, if you're just starting out with it. C, G, E minor, D, C, G, D slash F sharp, or you can do the down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down. C, G, D slash F sharp, E minor, D, something else that I like to add to a song like this too is bass notes. And a lot of times on that first down, if the down, down, up, or the down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, you can throw in a bass for the chord. So on the E minor you have low E for the bass, on the D you have D for the bass, on the C you got A for the bass, and on the G you got low E for the bass. You may want to just kind of try just that actually, just kind of get used to working with the basses. And if you're quick enough for that G, D slash F sharp change, if you're kind of working that, you could do just the down, down on each one. Kind of the E minor, down, B, C, G, D slash F sharp, E minor, B, C, G, D slash F sharp. Or where I was going with that is kind of down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. You could turn into bass, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. And for the G, D slash F sharp, you may want to kind of work just bass, down, up, on each of those chords. So you have the E minor, B, C, G, D slash F sharp, E minor, D, C, G, D slash F sharp, E minor, D, on the E flats, you could kind of fake a bass note on the G string for your D shape, or if you're working the bar, you'd have this is kind of a 7th fret bar with the C shape, and your bass note would be on the A string, or you may dig on kind of working that double bar idea, working the A string for your bass. So if we tried that with a bass down up on each chord, we'd have to get an E flat, E flat, G, is now, that bar is really on 10th fret, and the D, where we're working, is really on 9th fret. So we kind of experiment with that too. Or if you're digging on the full blown 6/8, down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up. And then you have the E flat, G, E flat, D, and then from there, then we're going back into our main verse chorus. Now, if you know the licks around these chords, feel free to take this lesson and kind of run with it any way you want to. There's lots of ways to kind of mix that strum pattern out to, all kinds of different variations you can try playing around in that timing. You may want to experiment with kind of working that G to D idea at the very end, that G, D slash F sharp kind of an idea, or just stay on that G chord. And at the very end, kind of having a big G chord at the very end. But that's the basics of how you can strum through Wasted Love. So good luck. Hi, wherever you are in YouTube land. This is Munson Summer with Munson Music Live, Munson Guitar Songs, Munson Covers, and Munson Jam Tracks. Thanking you for watching this video, and I hope you got something out of this video. I hope you like this video and subscribe to the channel to see lots more like it. I'm always open to your requests. If you have a song that you love, please let me know so I can write it down on the request list so I can add that to it, because there are probably other people out there who love that song too and would love to learn how to play it. So thanks so much for all the love that you give me, and I hope that you're doing well and kind of figuring out how you can talk with the instrument. We are a small music shop in the middle of nowhere in South Carolina, and you're supporting us by watching this channel. Really appreciate all that love. So best of luck, and let me know if there's anything that I can do to help you in particular too. You can contact me on Facebook. You can leave a message here in the comments section, and I respond to all the comments that I get. So best of luck to you wherever you are.